My first book I wrote was called How to Earn a Doctor's Living in a Small Contracting Business, and the title illustrates the point of this article. It shows the difference between two distinctly different career paths which end up very similar in wealth, a doctor and a service contractor. And you can pick what the service contractor does. It could be any trade, really. Plumber, electrician, window washer, housekeeper, HVAC person, lawn service, landscaper, auto detail, the list goes on and on. Let me know what type of contracting service or trade that you're in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Any service type contracting business following my system will make the money that I write about here easily and probably much, much more. Some of you will think that the numbers are low and some will think the numbers are high, and I accept that, okay? The purpose of this is to show that the type of career has a lot less impact on how much you're worth. It's more about saving and investing early on that are going to make the biggest differences, okay? It doesn't matter what you do, you still have the potential to become wealthy and financially independent later on in life. Yeah, it's getting rich slowly, but nevertheless, it's getting rich. So let's get started. You have two people starting their much different careers at 18 years old. One decides to be a service contractor. The other decides to be a doctor. Who will have a higher net worth, all things considered? To be congruent, figure that both professions end up saving 50% of their paycheck and invest it at 8% return. I'm also figuring that each person's salary increases over time with experience and, of course, inflation. Now, let's consider the service contractor first. The service contractor starts working at 18 years old at about $12 an hour, as an apprentice would, as would be the norm in the trades. Because the service contractor didn't go to college, he or she has zero student debt and can get right into making money and investing. Assume a 50-hour work week, meaning at the beginning the service contractor is likely pulling in about $2,400 a month before taxes, $2,000 a month after taxes, and can invest $1,000 a month. After 4 years, the service contractor opens his own single operator business, is now making $5,000 a month before taxes, $4,000 a year after taxes, and can invest $2,000 per month. After 10 years, the service contractor is making $100,000 a year before taxes, $70,000 a year after taxes, and can save $3,000 per month. At the age of 22, our service contractor should be worth approximately $60,000, investing $12,000 per year for 4 years. At the age of 28, our service contractor should be worth nearly $290,000, and this is the base, $60,000 plus $2,000 per month at 8% interest over an additional 6 more years. At the age of 50, our service contractor should be worth almost $3.8 million. His base amount of $290,000 plus $3,000 per month invested over 22 years at the same 8% return. So our 18-year-old service contractor became a 50-year-old with a $3.8 million net worth. Now, let's compare this to the doctor. The big thing here is that the doctor starts investing and earning later, much later in life. Assume 4 years of undergraduate education at $20,000 per year, and that any income that goes towards paying down debts before investing. After 4 years of undergraduate college, our doctor will be a negative $80,000 in education debt. After those 4 years, the doctor will be up against 4 additional years of medical school. Let's assume this is $50,000 per year. At the end of undergraduate and medical school, our doctor will be about $280,000 in debt without earning or investing a single dime. After 8 years of school, the doctor will then have 3 to 5 years of residency to fulfill. Assume 4 years at $60,000 per year salary. Now remember, half of this goes to pay down debt. The doctor is now 30 years old. From 4 years of a $60,000 salary, $50,000 after taxes, the doctor has paid off $100,000 of the student loan, bringing the total debt down to minus $180,000. Finally, after residency, the doctor begins to make significantly more at the age of 31. Now remember, the service contractor is making $100,000 before taxes, but our doctor starts out making $320,000 before taxes. After taxes, it should be about $250,000. Half of that pays down the student loan. The doctor will have paid off the student loans by the age of 32 with $75,000 in investments and net worth. By the age of 40, assuming the doctor is still making $320,000 per year and investing half, the doctor will have a net worth of $1,575,000. Now, let's say the doctor gets a pay raise to $450,000 per year at the age of 40, or $350,000 after taxes, and again, invests half of that. By the age of 50 years old, the doctor's worth over $6.1 million, or $2.3 million more than the service contractor. The break-even point where the doctor and the service contractor have about the same net worth is about 42 years old. That means when both our service contractor and our doctor are 42, they will be worth exactly the same, even though they took dramatically different paths. Now, this is where the saying, different strokes for different folks comes in, okay? It's my personal opinion. The service contractor has had a much better life since he was able to get his salary and his investments stabilized early on, and it was able to start to live his life way earlier than the doctor. Now, that said, everyone has their calling, right? Thank God for doctors. We got to have them. But give me the service and contracting business anytime. You may want to see my other video related to this, becoming a true millionaire in your service company. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for being here. If you have a chance, please share this to people that might be able to use it. I'd really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button on your way out and ring that bell, okay? That way, whenever I get a bright idea, I can share it with you right away. I'll see you next week. Thanks for being here.